turn on your camera.
I'm trying to connect to my system, so. Can you see me? Can I be seen here? Okay.
Yeah, I can see you. You are so dark there.
I don't have light here, sorry. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, can you hear you? Good morning.
Okay, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Can I hear you?
My name is Cardinal, and I'm on the Python team. I'm here to present my case to the topic text mining. Text mining is why the topic actually is just to get us to understand how machine learning engineers fetch data and analyze the data. So text mining is one of the techniques that is being applied in fetching data and cleaning data. So we have what we'll be learning in this presentation: the meaning of text mining, the difference between text mining, text analysis, and text analytics, methods and techniques for text mining, importance of text mining and its application. Text mining is an automatic process that uses natural language processing to extract valuable insights from unstructured text or data by transforming data into information that machines can understand. Text mining automates the process of classifying texts by sentiment, topic, and intent. The major reason for text mining is just to fetch unstructured data and structure them, put them in ways that machine can read, put them in vector form so machines can read them. And how they do that is by using natural language processing to extract those insights. So, a lot of data is flying around, a lot of data. So, in our last meetup, if we are asked what data is, data could be anything. Data, as we are speaking today, whatever I say is data. Whatever I put out, video contents, audios, texts, write-offs, a lot of things are data, and all of those things fly around. And most times they are very much unstructured, especially audio and audio data are unstructured data. And we have texts that are gotten from email addresses, comments from reviews. All of those data are unstructured data and they are texts. So what text mining does, we fetch those unstructured data, we fetch them, we analyze them using natural language processing and form them in a way the machine would understand. Now, while doing all of these things, we classify those unstructured data or structured texts into sentiments, topics, and intents. Example is this: if, for instance, if we were to get data fetch data from Twitter, to get Twitter sentiments to get the views of Nigerians on what they think or their views on the banning of Twitter in Nigeria, Twitter activities in Nigeria. If we fetch all of those texts, most of them occur in text, they come in text forms, and all of them are unstructured data. All are unstructured. So we can categorize them, classify them into sentiments, topics, and intent. Now, a lot of persons will tweet things being sentimental. They will be sentimental about whatever they are tweeting, about the topic in question, which is what people think about the banning of Twitter activities in Nigeria. So while we fetch those texts on Twitter, we classify them. Classifying them is sort of trying to structure them so that we will understand, we differentiate the sentiment, the topic, and the intent. So this is actually what unstructured, this is what text mining is. So we get into the difference between text mining, text analysis, and text analytics. Text mining identifies relevant information within a text and therefore provides qualitative results. Text analytics, however, focuses on finding patterns and trends across large sets of data, resulting in more quantitative results. Text analytics is usually used to create graphs, tables, and other sorts of visual reports. From the word analysis and analytics, we can see that they are totally different. Sometimes the word analytics and analysis are used interchangeably, but all of them depends on the job title of data scientist, or yes, the data scientist or the data analyst. So most times, data analysts, they combine the job of analytics and analysis together. So that's why on several locations they are being used interchangeably. So, well, text mining, like I said, we've defined before, is the ability for one to go fetch data that are totally unstructured and structure them using natural language processing, so that the machines would understand them. So, yeah, and why do we structure them? So we can get vital information from those texts, because people can come say a lot of things, and those things are texts, write a lot of things, but it's no much meaning. So while we mine data, we should know the reason why we mine data. So we can't just go in to fetch data from anywhere without no end result. So it provides a qualitative result. That is what text mining does. It provides, the end point is to provide a qualitative result. While text analysis focuses on finding patterns and trends. Patterns and trends, we would understand what pattern mean. Pattern is a way something has been going for a period of time. It's also a kind of way something has just been happening within a period of time. So it could be said that that is the pattern within this period, and it's all equally, we can also call it trend. It does happen like that. It's a trend. So when you find patterns, analytics is finding patterns, how these things occur, how they occur actually. And like I said, they are used interchangeably, analytics and analysis. Analysis in the real sense is trying to bring to the why and how this thing happened. Why are they happening like this? How did they start happening? So this, I think this is the difference between text mining, text analysis, and text analytics. Text mining combines notions of statistics, linguistics, and machine learning to create models that learn from training data and can predict results on new information based on their previous experiences. Text analytics, on the other hand, uses results from an analysis performed by text mining models. So what we should understand is that you cannot analyze if you've not mined. So you only analyze an available data, and data could be made available by mining. So this is a core aspect of machine learning. Fetching data, getting data from wherever they are. That is I think it is the core aspect of machine learning. Get those data, structure them, model them, and give them models so that they can learn from it from previous, to understand when new data will be coming in, how they will go about it. So developing that is just like developing a model to predict. So you cannot analyze data if you've got mind. So I think there are processes. And before, one of the differences is just that data cannot be analyzed if it's not mined. So you have to mine data, structure it first, and then you analyze. And while analyzing it, you can come up with you can interpret it the way people would understand. It means you have to interpret it probably using graphs and visualization tools. If we were in our meetup on Saturday, Michael talked about visualization. He talked about people. I think he talked about job, unemployment statistics in Nigeria. He brought a graph that shows, okay, how much Nigerians were unemployed at so and so year, and how unemployment grew in Nigeria as the years went by. So it's just an example of visualization. So we have a lot of ways we can visualize data to make audience understand what we were able to mine. So analytics and analysis, this is the job of an analyst. After analyzing, bring it out so that people would see and understand. So another good analytical skill is being able to tell stories. All of these things can make your audience understand what the text mining engineer did. So the next is methods and techniques for text mining. There are different methods and techniques for text mining. In this KD, we will cover some of them. We'll cover some of them, and they are also categorized into two, which are the basics and the advanced methods. These we have the basics and the advanced methods, and we'll explain them one by one. One of the basic methods of text mining is word frequency. What frequency can be used to identify the most recurrent terms or concepts in a set of data? Finding out the most mentioned words in a structured text can be particularly useful when analyzing customer review research, social media conversations, or customer feedbacks. So an instance is a product, an online product like an e-commerce product. If I download an e-commerce software, like if I download a Jumia, I use it and I don't like it, I can easily go to the comment section or to just say, yeah, this thing is not nice, I don't like it. Or I can say, It's nice, but the interface is not friendly. Now, another user will come and see, download, use it, and probably might not like the interface. It comes on the into comment section, review section, and then says the same thing. Now, if you are to mine those data, those texts, all of them are totally unstructured. So while mining them, if you can remember in the definition, I talked about sentiments, topics. While you mine them, you pick some words, frequent words that appeared in this feedback. Now you will see that the words that appeared frequently was interface. We'll pick it. So we can just drop that as one of the sentiments. You can see positive sentiments. Sentiments can come positively, can come negatively. So even if it is positive or negative, the major thing is interface. Some persons might like the interface. They will say, oh, I love this interface. The other one, I don't like this interface. The major thing is interface appeared in virtually all the feedbacks. So when you take them in, you pick the word interface. It's one of the words. It's one of the words that occurred frequently, and the context now will differ. Some saying interface they liked it. It's positive feedback. Some don't like the interface. It's a negative feedback. It could be categorized into two. So when it's being categorized, it's okay, positive and negative. And it's a word that appeared frequently. So it's one of the ways we can analyze or mine data. We can mine data. So, and it's just basic. Any data miner should understand this. It's just totally basic. You find words that occurred frequently. Another basic technique for mining data is collocation. Collocation refers to a sequence of words that commonly appear near each other. The most common types of collocations are digrams, a pair of words that are likely to go together, like get started, save time, or decision making. And trigram, a combination of three words like within walking distance or keep in touch. Like I said, it refers to a sequence of words that commonly appears near each other. Now, this collocation basic technique would be used while you mine data from social media, not totally feedback. So while you mine data from, while you fetch data from Twitter, from Facebook, you can implement this basic technique, which is collocation technique. Identify collocations and counting them are one single word improves the granularity of the text, allows a better understanding of its semantic structure. In the end, it leads to more accurate text mining results. So, like I said, this technique is most times implemented while you mine unstructured data from the social media. In any social platform where people can say a lot of things, a lot of data are there. So you can take your time. It's time consuming actually while you mine data. Mining data is very time consuming. So it's a basic technique that would be implemented while you find yourself fetching data from social media. And another one is called concordance. Concordance is used to recognize the particular context or instance in which a word or set of words appears. We all know that the human language can be ambiguous. The same word can be used in many different contexts. Analyzing the concordance of a word can help understand its exact meaning based on context. Now, concordance also could be used while you mine data from social media. Like we said, social media have a lot of things. We have a lot of people who see a lot of things and mean it differently. So while you mine data, you can become to understand the context of a statement. He's stupid. If someone writes he's stupid, LOL, is a text. But probably the person was joking. He never meant he's stupid. And another person writes, he's very, very stupid. I think they had seen, but one who says he's very stupid with aggression, you can easily point that this person actually means what he is saying or she's saying. That means the context of same words are totally different. Yes. So you use concordance. Like I said, text mining is so time consuming. So all of these basic skills should be understood and put in action when you do the text mining. You should understand them. That you should understand context of every statement. Understand when people use three words that most times occur together, and understand why you mine. You first of all understand that there are words that would always occur many times. So it helps you to structure your data, because all of these data are unstructured. These things are basic knowledge we would have while trying to mine them, structure the data to help us. So after that, we are getting into the advanced methods of text mining. One of them is text classification. Text classification is the process of assigning categories to unstructured text data. These essential tasks of natural language processing makes it easy to organize and structure complex text, turning it into meaningful data. Like I said, why would look into sentiments? This is where text classification is being implemented. Positive, negative sentiments. They're trying to separate these things, classify them into positive and negative, classify them into sentiments, classify them into topics, and also sentiments, topics, and probably ambiguity. Yeah. The next one, text. Thanks to text classification, businesses can analyze all sorts of information from emails to support tickets and obtain valuable insights in a fast and cost-effective way. Now, with text classification, like I said, you classify according to text sentiments and date and topics. You get mails, spam mails. You get a lot of mails as a business. You get a lot of mails from your clients. They say a lot of things. You should be able to just classify them into topics and sentiments. These alone would help you get this unstructured data structured and help you make decisions. The next one is text extraction. While you might have extracted or be classified, the next thing is you extract. Text extraction is a text analysis technique that extracts specific piece of data from a text, like keywords, entity names, addresses, emails. By using text extraction, companies can avoid all the hassles of sorting through their data manually to pull out key information. Well, these things you can classify, you can extract. You can actually extract, but you can't extract valuable information without classification. So you first have to classify them and then extract. So all of these techniques are put in place at once, as in, while you try to mine data. You classify them first and then you extract, remove. Most times it can be useful to combine text extraction with text classification in the same analysis. Like I said, you can extract why you've not classified, but it will help you more when you do both, classify and then you extract. Because if you've done your classification, you're extracting more valuable information. So the next one is, these are just the two. So we look into the importance of text mining. Not probably reading through all this, we would understand that text mining is very important, and for businesses to get insights of what their customers or the sentiments they are getting out there, it's very important for them to mine data. So one of the importance of text mining is it saves time and resources and performs efficiently than human brains. Yes, you can put all of this data into your brain. Yes, and you can continue to read. If you want to read, you have to take a lot of time. You have to read all your life, because as far as there is life, people will continue. Data will continue to exist. Data will continue to come. Texts will continue to come. People will continue to make comments. So you will read all your life. So you extract, you mine this data, develop a model for them, train the models, and then allow the machine to do its job. While data are entering, the machine is already learning and doing its job while you are free. So it saves time and resources. It helps to track opinions over time. Opinions over time, you can compare the previous opinions of your customers or clients and the ones coming in, the ones you have now and the ones that will come later. So it helps you to track them and make your analysis. Text mining helps to summarize the documents. Text analytics helps to extract concepts from the text and present it more thoroughly. The text, which is indexed using text mining, can be used in predictive analysis. We talked about indexing. Well, you can plug in any vocabulary to use the terminology in your area of interest. So this one is when you must have mined the text and you've mined the text and structured it, so you can easily pick things and put them where they are supposed to be. And next one, we'll talk about the applications. Text mining, from all we've been able to discuss and say, we know is we can see we can imagine its application. It can be applicable anywhere in businesses, in the hospitals. It's applicable everywhere, in all spheres of life of our business. So analyzing open-end survey responses. Open-end survey questions will keep the respondents to give their review or opinion without any constraint. So text mining, where it's applied, is when you, like I said, getting to go review comments, review of a product from users. So it is applicable there. Automatic processing of messages and emails. This is the one companies use them a lot. So this is where it's also applicable. we've literally touched every path of its application. Analyzing warranty or insurance claims. Yes, we didn't touch this part. Financial institutions, they make use of this in their institution, in their business. Text mining is totally very important, and without text mining, they'll find it hard to come to a conclusion on whom and who does not need the loan. When it comes to insurance, also the same thing. So in most business organizations, information is collected mainly in the form of text. For example, in a hospital, the patient interviews can be narrated briefly in text form, and the reports are also in the form of text. These notes are nowadays collected electronically to be easily transferred into text mining algorithms. The records can then be used to diagnose the actual situation. So patients are most times interviewed in the hospital without them knowing that they're being interviewed. When you enter a medical place, which is a hospital, the doctor will ask you some certain questions. Asking you these questions, while you answer them, it helps the doctor to understand the root of the problem you are having, what probably might have caused it, and how you feel. All of these things are documented, so that if they are kept, they are documented in text forms. So why you probably might have had two interviews with the doctor, and they are documented. If you come again and you are totally ill, you cannot speak, they can use your previous data, which is your previous interview sections, to somehow figure out what is wrong with you. So this is where text mining is also applicable. So I feel with this little application instances, I believe that we would have understood what text mining is all about. And another one is where you investigating competitors by crawling their websites. So another important application area of text mining is processing the content of web pages in a particular domain. In this way, the text mining system will automatically find a list of terms used on the site. Through this way, one can find out the most important thing that is used in the website. In this way, we can also know competitors' capabilities, which can help you deliver business efficiently. If we go to text mining, is used, I think it is what we use when they do search engine optimization. Is part of the back end of the models of search engine optimization. You can always say, I'm in Abuja, I need a couch in Abuja. It's a couch. And we all understand how search engine optimization works. Immediately, the Google search brings up everywhere we can get couch in Abuja. It's just what was relevant was that word called couch sales in Abuja. So they can easily bring it out. So if you remember, we can remember that it's one of the basics basic techniques of text mining. This is where it's implemented. I think it's also implemented in search engine optimization. So when you put in that particular word, the machine will automatically look for that statement. You just put in there where they fit in and gives you the results. That is how you can see if you type it and then hit search, and all the persons who deal on that is online will come out. They will all pop out. And you make a
Okay.
check. I think this is how I end KD today. So if there are any questions, I'm up and I can answer them. Thank you.
Is there no?
I can hear you.
You totally forgot that there are human beings here. There are human that you're presenting to. Human that want to ask questions. And you forgotten that the time frame you're given is just 20 minutes. Maybe because the other person is not around doesn't mean you can just relax, and you are meant to facilitate the Zoom session, the KD session. You are meant to facilitate it. You didn't facilitate, you just giving us, reading to us, presenting your KD without asking that opinion, without even asking, are you following me?
Well, sorry.
But if Comfort, do you have anything to
But
say?
I'm now open for.
Your observation, and good morning, everyone.
Good
Your
morning.
observation is it's correct, but just in case of next time cardinal, and every other person that would like to facilitate, I believe you were there during the meeting we had concerning KD. Actually, your slide, your discussion is full of information. We really appreciate what you've dished out. But at the same time, also consider carrying us along. We have so many people have some questions, but because of the time now, we will not be able to ask those questions. So please, next time, carry us along, give us room for questions so that you'll be able to answer us, and be time conscious. Thank you for today's performance. You did well, you dished out well, you gave us full information. We appreciate that.
All right. During the presentation, I said something about letting images, let it present what you are saying. Your slide is filled up. Did Mr. Bade approve this slide for you? I just want to be sure.
No.
No, don't want that. Don't want that. And that's a process failure for me. I didn't check. So this means this presentation, just assume it does not come on board. Because you still have to represent this. Yeah, you still have to represent this. Send your slide to Mr. Badi on KD at afterwards, because this last page you're showing us, thank you all. I can't see it well. The coloring and the background you use. Well, okay, it's time for stand-up, everyone. Please let's stand up right now. Have a good day, everyone.